Courage Unlimited, Chad Ikes. Good morning, everybody. Today, I'm going to talk about butchering chickens. And I'm going to show you how I can take just about anything, any lesson in life, and flip it around to a lesson learned in the gym. I think one of the big things I see in strength training is the compartmentalizing of actual training and a lack of vision as to the fact that everything's intertwined and interconnected. Those that know me, I have a little bit of a fascination with quantum physics, and I love looking into that and studying that, and especially the theories and such, because the math is still a little beyond me. But in physics, there's the entanglement theories and different theories of basically everything's interconnected. Like nothing really acts completely on its own. Everything acts together in some way or another. And I feel that training and life are all the same. And I'm willing to venture I'm one of the few people that actually can tie just about every lesson I've learned in life into lifting, and just about every lesson I've learned in lifting I can flip back into how it can make my life better. And I think about this stuff a lot. So let's get to it. And I'm going to first tell you a story, then I'm going to bring it all together and wrap it up in a bow at the end. So a couple weekends ago, I went out to help my sister-in-law with her chicken butchering, which is something we do, I don't know, once or twice a year, something like that. They have a small little farm with goats and ducks and pigs and chickens and horses and dogs and all this stuff. And so we go out, and this time it was me, my mom, one of my nephews, it's my sister-in-law's sister's kid, but to me he's a nephew. I don't know what the hell the actual whatever it is. And my sister-in-law, so I enjoy doing this and I don't enjoy doing it. Who really wants to spend their day going out and killing chickens and getting all bloody and pulling out chicken guts and all that other stuff. But I respect what it is, and I respect the work, and I respect the fact that if I want to eat meat, then I should be able to do the whole process. Whether I like it or not, whether it feels good or not, I should be able to do it. And this is something I truly believe. Not that I expect everyone to go out and raise and kill their own meat. But in our society today, I think things have gotten too easy. And I think as more and more generations come up, we're losing touch with what it takes to actually get shit done. What you have to go through in order to obtain something. We're an instant gratification society filled with all this crazy and sometimes great technology. But if I want a burger, I'm just going to go to the fast food joint, or I'm going to go to the restaurant, or I'm going to go buy some food, or I'm going to go the hard way and I'm going to go to the grocery store and buy food and actually cook my own food. I've actually talked to people and asked people, I go, do you even understand what meat is? I mean, do you know what meat is? Well, they're like, yeah, it comes from a cow or like a chicken. I go, yeah, but do you really ever think about what you're putting in your face? What you're sitting down and eating? Do you people even realize that all meat is muscle? I've actually had, and this baffles me, but I've actually had people that didn't really even realize that. And some don't even want to know it. They don't want to realize it. Because again, they want all the spoils and they want the instant gratification, but they want nothing to do with the actual process that it took to do that. So for me, the butchering chickens is something I like to do because, and we're probably going to do lambs here soon. It's not that I'm excited about it. I mean, a chicken's kind of a dumb bird, But still, you look into that chicken's eyes and you're holding a live chicken and you're going to take its life. You're going to cut its head off and bleed it out. Then you're going to defeather it. You're going to cut it open. You're going to pull all the guts out. Like, it's not, I'm not going to say it's a difficult thing to do, but if you don't have some sort of thought and you're just into killing, I mean, there's probably something wrong with you. I love hunting, even though I don't get to do it as much as I want. And I know a lot of hunters, and I know some really good hunters. And it's not the kill necessarily that they love, it's the hunt. It's the idea of going after, they want meat. And it's the challenge of going after and hunting down this animal. And I know there's people that are going to go, well, you use a rifle. It's still work. Like, you're not doing it. You're talking about how easy it is, but you're not actually doing it. And I like to hunt with a bow, which makes a whole more complicated, difficult level to it. But I think when you go down to I like to break things down, and I like to go to the base logic of things. This is something we're losing. When I grew up, not that many kids got cars when you turned 16. You had to start working when you were 14 or 15 and try to start saving up so you could maybe get a car when you were 16 or 17, and it was going to be a piece of shit. And you were going to have to actually work on it to keep it running. Nowadays, I see a lot of kids, they just get cars and they don't really have much appreciation for them. So, there was, if you travel through time and you go back to, the 1800s, even the early 1900s, like, people raised their own food. And you did go to the store, but a lot of stuff you still did yourself. And you went through that process. And even if that process is my sister-in-law has a little garden and a greenhouse and grows stuff too. I mean, even the process of growing your own vegetables and seeing what it actually takes to not just go to the store and buy a tomato, but to actually go, hey, I want tomatoes, so I'm going to have to, till this soil. I'm going to have to plant these seeds. I'm going to have to water this stuff. I'm going to have to put in these spikes and let it grow and watch it and keep bugs from it. And this whole process to get a tomato. And nowadays, it's crazy because everything is so instant, and I don't want to work for it. Even to the point where some of the kids I see now, like, hey, you need some money? Like, shovel the snow off my well, I don't need it that bad. What? It's going to take you a half hour. But this is the small steps that lead to the big problems, and people go, oh, big deal, so what? What if he doesn't do it? Well, you're changing his mentality, you're changing how he thinks, you're changing how they look at things. And then back to the time travel, and you move up into the 60s where you had small diners. You didn't have fast food joints. So if you traveled across country, you could stop and eat, but you'd stop at a diner, a local place, and still get some sort of home-cooked, actual cooked real food. And you move into the 80s, and it's fast food everywhere and instant gratification. Everything you want's at the store. Instead of the stores actually having quality food, now they're having all this processed food, so it'll last longer on the shelves. And it's just been this trail that we've taken all into ease of everything. And even in today's society, we're like, hey, we created all this great technology to make your life easier. But now you got to work even more to pay for all this technology. So is it really doing anything for you? And I'm starting to get off subject here. So for me, the butchering of the animals it's a primal. It's definitely a primal thing for me. It's going back to go, hey, I want to eat. This is what I got to do to eat. And I a lot of people are going to hate this, but I almost think everybody at some point in their life should have to take some sort of, if they eat meat, if you want to be a vegetarian and you're like, hey, I think that's mean to animals, or I don't like eating meat, whatever the reason is, if you truly don't eat meat, then I would never make you kill an animal. I actually respect that because you made that choice. You said, I don't think this is right, and you're standing by it. Now, the people that waver back and forth and they're like, oh, I think it's mean, but I really like hamburgers. Well, then you need to definitely suck it the F up and go kill something and clean something and take it to that process. So I think if you're going to eat meat at some point in your life, you need to do this. You need to make yourself do this. Whether it's hunting, whether it's going to a farm, like you need to see this process, and it's going to give you a much greater appreciation for the food that you do get. And I swear it tastes different when you do it, when you went through the whole process. Now, this whole idea and this sort of thought about the butchering of the chickens can easily be transferred into weight training. Again, you look at we have Fitness for 10 here, I think, which is like $10 a month. We have the Purple Place. We have all these different quick box gyms. And hey, you can get fit in this short amount of time, and you can come in and use machines where you don't even have to lift plates. And we're going to play pop music, and you can talk to people, and it's a bunch of crap. Like, fitness shouldn't be easy. It's not easy to do it right. Strength isn't easy. It takes time, and it takes hard work, and there is no way around it. There's no way around it if you want the real rewards that you can get from it. And so this goes back to the chicken thing too. Luckily for me, because I have screwed up sleep, my sister-in-law does most of the raising of these, and I just kind of come help with the butchering part. But you know what? An animal, a plant, the human body is only going to grow so fast. Like, there is a level of efficiency where that's it. Like, you can't take a chicken, like my sister-in-law does, take a chicken from a chick or even an egg and go, oh, I want to eat this in 3 days. Well, I mean, eat an egg, of course you can. But, if you want to raise that chicken and you want a chicken breast, you can't do it in 3 days. It's impossible. You have to put in the time to get that meat. If you want to grow that tomato, it's not going to happen in a day. You can use Miracle-Gro, you can do everything right, and it's still going to take a certain amount of time. And the more you try to rush it, the more you're probably going to screw it up. If I go in the gym and I go, I want to bench 400 pounds. Right now I bench 200. It's not going to happen in a couple days, a couple months. It's going to take years, depending on who you are and where you're at. Like, you can go to it as efficiently as the best way possible, but it's still gonna take time. There are no shortcuts. And especially when I train clients right now, I did a post on my Instagram, please go follow it, about some videos and some of we had a pretty good week. I had a bunch of guys hit PRs and stuff. And in the post, I kind of talked about everybody's doing good. This is a really good week, and we're doing it the right way. Like, there's trainers out there that are going to be like, oh, I'm going to bump this guy's bench up like 10 pounds this week, first week. Yeah, but is that actually helping it? With most people that I train, there's a process of I need to break them back down, get rid of all these bad habits, and rebuild them the right way, so that we don't make a quick PR jump and then we flutter out and we plateau for years. I want to build them the right, or you get hurt, you go, oh yeah, I got them this weight, but I had to tweak their technique, and then they got hurt, and then they're screwed. I want to build people up from the ground up and give them that solid base so that they can continue to keep making gains over and over and over and over, year after year after year, which is what I did in my powerlifting career. I kept making progress and making progress and making progress. I mean, yeah, I had up and down meets, but if you tracked it over the years, it just was continuous. So it's the chicken thing. It's the time, it's the process. It's taking a step back and going, hey, there's still some old school to this that I need to do. If I want to be successful in the gym, I got to put in the work. I got to do some stuff that I don't necessarily want to do. Like slitting an animal's throat, like bleeding them out, like getting blood all over me and guts and sticking my hand and pulling guts out. There's stuff you don't got to do, but that's part of being, I'm going to say that's part of being a man, but it's part of being a human. Like life is not easy. It's not supposed to be easy. Yeah, you're going to have easy times. Yeah, there's going to be happy times. But if that's what you're shooting, it's a fairy tale, man. Life's work. That's the things we learn from. So if you want to get strong, if you want to get truly strong, if you want to get fit, if you want to lose weight, if you want to get in shape, you got to think, I'm going to butcher those chickens. Don't think I'm going to go to McDonald's and get a McChicken. Okay? That's the shortcut. That's going to lead you down a bad path. It's going to teach you bad habits. It's going to teach you bad ways of looking at problems. I use this one a lot. I want to teach my clients to fish. I don't want to feed them fish. I want to teach them to fish. I want to teach them how to do things themselves. And hopefully they'll stay with me as long as they want to compete, or as long as they want to lift, or as long as they whatever. Stay with me till I'm dead or till you're dead. That'd be awesome. But while they're in my gym, I expect them to learn. I want them to learn. I want them to understand they have to put in the work. And even if they stay with me forever, I want those lessons to transfer into life. When difficult things come up in their life, I want them to go, you know what? I remember when Chad told me about putting in the work. And sometimes it's going to suck. But if I really want to be good, I'm going to do this. And I remember when Chad said, when something bad happens, that's an opportunity to learn. That means you're getting better. That's the mentality I want people to see. That's why I'm doing these videos. That's why this is Courage Unlimited. I want you to have the courage to do what it takes to get what you want and what you need. And not take the shortcuts, but take the hard road, because you know the hard road is the best road. Life isn't easy. It isn't fairy tales. When those times happen, when good things happen, when things all seem to be going great, that's the world going, hey, you probably need a little break. Of the universe going, hey, you're gonna just enjoy this time. Rest up. Let your brain rest up. Because more's gonna come. Struggles are gonna come. Shit's gonna happen. That's just a little recuperation period for when it happens. So if you want to eat meat, sometimes you got to kill something. You got to understand the process. And you got to be able to carry the process from the very beginning to the very end and stay the course the whole time, knowing that you're working towards what you want. And that's the way the gym is. Don't go in there being stupid and arrogant. Go in there with an open mind and being humble and going, I know this is going to take time. I know this is going to be hard. But you know what? I got the courage to set a goal. I got the courage to take the hard, right path. And I got the courage to see this through no matter how hard it gets. All right, guys. I'm going to let you go. Please follow my Instagram, subscribe to this channel. Please comment on it. If you got feelings, if you got thoughts, comment on it. Let me know. Let the other people watching this, let them read through those comments. And share this. I want to make the whole world courageous. I want courage to be in the forethought of our society all the time. The courage to actually think about what's going on. The courage to look for the logic. The courage to go past my emotions and do what needs to be done. Fellas, I'm out of here. I hope you have a great weekend and a great day. hopefully I can get some more videos done this week. I got a lot going on up here that I'd like to share with everybody. I'm out.